For so many years, I thought losing weight was about having more willpower. I thought I needed to fight cravings, avoid my favorite food, and constantly control myself. But eventually, I realized something. The problem wasn't because I loved food too much. The problem was, food had way too much power over me. And once I changed the way I look at food, losing weight became a lot more different. If you are currently experiencing the same things I went through, then this video is for you. With that being said, let's dive in. Chapter 1. Back when food used to control my life. I remember those times where I had constant food cravings, not knowing it was because of my lifestyle. I wasn't even eating out of hunger. I was just grabbing anything I could get my hands on, especially if it was high in carbs, high in sugar, maybe a chocolate bar, cake, some cookies, or ice cream. I was eating out of emotion. Food was a form of stress relief for me, whether I had a stressful work week, stressful situation with family members, or health. I would always resort to food, but knowing what I know now, there's different ways to cope with stress. Also, when you label food as good and bad, when you accidentally eat bad foods, you have the feeling of guilt, like you ruined your diet, you ruined everything. And the reality is, you didn't really ruin anything, you just had a meal. Don't make it bigger than what it really is. Once you get back on track, you'll see progress much sooner, instead of throwing everything out the window. And I don't know why I was also guilty of this. When you cheat on your diet or had a cheat meal, cheat day, you think all your progress has been ruined and you just eat everything in sight because your progress is ruined anyway, and you can always start next week. This is the vicious cycle everyone falls into. The reality is, yes, you slipped up, but just get back on track. Next meal, next day. Don't feel guilty and don't feel like you need to give up on your diet just because you had one bad meal, one bad day. My life used to revolve around my next meal. As soon as I wake up, I'm already hungry, looking forward to breakfast, lunch, and then dinner. Food was taking up so much space in my mind that I was becoming unproductive because of it. I could have focused that energy on something else, something that would be beneficial for me, but instead my mind was occupied with food. Eating food became a form of entertainment. It was a form of quick dopamine for me. I wasn't even hungry. I was just eating for the taste, for the pleasure. I didn't realize it at the time, but it ended up destroying my body for years. Chapter 2. I kept lying to myself. I would blame everything. I would blame sugar. I would blame the snacks, fast food, carbs, for the reason that I was fat. But the truth is, food just became a source of comfort for me. It became a way to relieve stress whenever life situations happened. It became an activity that I kept doing because I was bored, not because I was hungry. Sometimes the person who gets in our way is ourselves, our mind, because we view food the wrong way. Think of your body as a car and food as fuel. If you put the wrong fuel inside of a car, then it won't function properly. And food and our body is just the same. Chapter 3. Once I realized this, everything started changing for me. I thought I developed some form of an addiction because no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, I couldn't stop thinking about food. Every single hour, minute before I go to bed, I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna eat the next day. And I did some research. I kept looking up different articles online, different YouTubers, why I was feeling this way. And after looking for the answer, I finally realized it wasn't because I was addicted to food. It was because I was addicted to escaping discomfort. It was deeper than just food. Whenever I didn't have anything to do, or whether I was lonely, anxious, or stressed, food was what gave me relief. My brain wanted food not because of the calories or energy or because I was hungry. It was because I was going through something. Stressful situation at work, with your friends, family. These are examples of a few things that can push you towards having an unhealthy relationship with food. And some people don't have issues with this. This video is not for them. This is a video for people who went through the same things I did, so they know that they're not alone, that someone went through the same things that they did. And you need to be honest with yourself. Don't just sweep it under the rug. If you are going through the same things that I mentioned, you first have to fix your mind before you can even think about losing weight. Yes, you can fix your sleep, your nutrition, your training, but if you don't think about food the right way, you're just gonna go back where you started. Chapter 4: How I Finally Broke Free. So instead of having constant battle with food, I decided to change my behavior and my perspective. First of all, I stopped labeling foods as good or bad. Every food has calories. Every food is a source of energy. And whether they're healthy or unhealthy, they can work with you or against you. It's all a matter of portion control and restriction. You don't have to be guilty for what you eat, just as long as you have some form of control and that you are mindful while you eat. Another thing I did was I focused more on protein. Protein is very satiating. It keeps you fuller for longer. I decided to start eating more of it earlier in the day. And what I noticed is I didn't think about food as much because I was always satisfied. I had less of those nighttime cravings I used to have, or binge eating episodes because I was just bored or had nothing to do. And speaking about food cravings, I learned to just sit with it for a while. Just because you have food cravings doesn't mean you have to eat right away. You can always pause, ask yourself, am I really hungry, or am I just stressed or bored or looking for something to do? Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is no, but you have to ask yourself that to know if you're really doing this because you're hungry or not. And the last thing I did was I built a life bigger than food. I developed different hobbies. I started lifting weights, doing YouTube, reading books, journaling. All these different activities kept me occupied. It gave me purpose. It gave me something to do, to look forward to. Because I realized the less exciting your life, the more exciting food becomes. And when you're busy, productive, and overall just doing things to serve your purpose, you'll realize you don't think about food as often, if ever. Chapter 5. So what does life look like right now for me? In contrast, the old me was always hungry for no reason, always felt guilty when I ate the wrong food, ate because of emotions, and was always binge eating due to different stresses of life. Versus right now, I eat when I'm hungry, I stop eating when I'm full, I eat foods that I enjoy, and I don't think about food as often. I used to think that freedom was being able to eat everything I wanted, but I realized true freedom is not having food occupy your thought every single hour of the day. Food is supposed to be your ally. It's something to fuel your life, not become your life. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to watch more, click here and see you next time.